Hey, I'm Allison.
And I'm Savannah.
We are two best friends who met and bonded over books.
We love reading across all genres and chatting about stories together.
Join us on our next bookish adventure.
Welcome to Fabled Friends. This is our book podcast.
Hi.
This is Allison. I'm Savannah. And today we're doing a little intro of all about us and also just some fun questions. So fun bookish questions, as well as our top 5 favorite books at the end.
So at the end, if you want to tell us, we won't make you pick 5 top favorites, but just one of your favorites of all-time books. Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, we always want more recommendations, so for sure let us know. So we want to start with a little bit of a mini intro. Do you want to go first?
Sure. So, like Savannah said, I'm Allison. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 4 kids, and I have been married for 13 years now.
Old.
That makes me feel old. I was a child when I got married.
We both were.
Very young. But yeah, I love being able to be home with my kids, and I still really like my husband after 13 years, so we're doing good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm Savannah. I'm also a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 kids, and let's see, I've been married for almost 9 years, if I get my numbers right. I'm notorious for getting numbers wrong, so pretty sure it's been 9 years though. And yeah, just love reading. Both love reading so much that we decided to start a video to talk about reading.
We already do it anyway, might as well film it.
Yeah. So, should we go into our personal questions?
Let's do it.
All right, we have some bookish and personal questions for you guys to hopefully get us know a little bit better. So the first one is, how did we meet and become friends?
Speaking of numbers, was that 3 years ago?
It must
in
have
June?
been, yeah.
I think 3 years in June.
Yeah, because we both had babies.
Yes, and they're
3 now.
Yeah. Okay, yes. So 3 years ago, we met on Instagram.
We did.
Yep.
We both had bookstagrams.
Yep. Crazy. I just met a random person on the internet, and now we're best friends.
Yep.
Yeah. We both started reading Throne of Glass for the first time, and started Marco Poloing about it.
Yep.
And then we just talked.
And that cemented it.
Yeah.
And then the first time we met in person was at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was kind of the hallmark of what we do now. Is our favorite thing to do when we hang out is go to Barnes and Noble, look at books, buy books.
Yep, there's a Barnes and Noble right in the middle of the 2 cities we live in, and we just meet up there and talk books, buy too many books.
Yeah,
it's very fun.
Yes. Yeah, I am very grateful we became friends.
Me too.
In a very weird roundabout way.
Yeah.
Would have never met you otherwise.
No, which is crazy. I mean, we live like 40 minutes away from each other, so there's just no way we would have otherwise.
No.
So the internet is not my favorite always, but in this case, it is very much my favorite.
It was a win.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. What is one book you loved growing up?
You go first.
Okay. Mine is East by Edith Pateau. This is a retelling of the East of the Sun, West of the Moon fairy tale, which is one of my favorites. It's kind of the Scandinavian version of Beauty and the Beast. And it's just very fairy tale, has some romance, strong female main character, and I love the writing and the setting. So I've reread this countless times, and it still holds up as an adult, as I've read it recently. So yeah, one of my favorites for sure.
So fun. Mine would have to be Wild Magic by Tamora Pierce. It's a quartet, and I think it was the first book that I read at that age that was all of the fantasy elements that I love. She can like change into animals, and then they have to go on these like quests, and there's some romance, just a little bit, but it was just the right amount for me. And I just remember adoring those books. I read them over and over and over again. I really need to reread it to see if it holds up. I think it will.
It's a scary thing, though. What if it doesn't hold up?
I know. I do feel like I remember it quite a bit still, so that feels promising to me.
That's good.
But if it doesn't hold up, I'll just give it to my daughter and be like, "You'll love these now. Enjoy them while you can."
You can live through them.
I think I'm gonna like them again. I think I might do that next year. 2026.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna reread them.
Rereading is back.
Yeah,
maybe.
I hope.
Allison has not been in a rereading mood
It's
for
been a
what,
weird
the
year.
past
This
year and a
whole
half. Year.
Rereading all of the SJM books for Crescent City 3 ruined me.
Yeah.
I loved that experience,
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
I reread nothing for the rest of the year. So
Well, we'll see if that comes back.
we will see. But
That
I've been
would be
craving
fun.
it, so I think it's gonna happen.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Even if you did them on audiobook
Yes,
rather than physical, that could help you get through them maybe.
if it's well done. I might be picky there.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll see. But, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. The next question is, what is your comfort TV show?
It's The Office, always.
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah. When I was in the hospital with all 4 of my kids, we would have The Office on the TV, and the nurses would come take their lunch breaks in my room, like, while I'm in labor, so they could watch The Office with us, and it was my favorite.
Okay,
It was so fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, always.
I love that. I have a couple. Maxton Hall, even though it's emotional damage.
We like emotional damage,
We
though.
do like emotional
It's
damage.
such a good show.
And the acting and the music.
The music.
And the German culture of it.
So
It's so
good.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Also Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
If I need a laugh,
Yes.
Schitt's Creek is where I go.
Love it.
If you could jump into a book for one day, where would you go?
I am always and forever going to say Polaris. I want to go there so bad.
Yes. I feel like I know all of these answers.
Yeah,
about you.
you do. That's always been my answer since we've known each other, and I don't see it changing. I just remember being kind of devastated that it wasn't a real place.
Yeah.
But there are places that look similar to it, so they're on my bucket list to go to one day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, plus we live in Utah, if you didn't know, and so we do have mountains all around us.
It's true.
So we kind of ish.
Yes, they are beautiful mountains.
Yeah,
but
we have that vibe.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Mine is the Heart's Efficient, the Isle of, how do you say it? Isle of Canna?
Yes, I think
That-
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go to an island in this book, and it's in Scotland.
So your
in the
vibe.
Highlands.
So your vibe.
There's a little cottage, a cozy
There's
little
no one
cottage.
around.
There's literally no one on the island. Just me
I love
on
it.
the island. That's all I
Yeah,
want.
maybe your husband with you, maybe.
Yeah, I guess he can come.
You like it.
Maybe you can visit.
Okay, good. Take a little ferry over.
Yeah. What are some things that make you want to pick up a book and add it to your TBR?
If someone says they cried,
Yes.
I want to read it.
Yes.
Emotional damage, I want to read it.
Always.
I love like a beautiful love story. Sign me up for that. And then anytime lately, I feel like I used to say, oh, beautiful writing, that's boring, I'm out. But now I'm like, specific people saying the writing is beautiful, but the story still carries, you know, at a decent pace. I'm loving that lately.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, for me, it's the beautiful writing is a big thing. I feel like I've always liked writing, and I'm okay if the plot and characters, I wouldn't say are second to the writing, but like if the writing shines more than the plot and characters, I feel like I'm okay with that most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think first and foremost is definitely like great character development. If I hear it has really good character development, and also I think just an intriguing premise, whether that's like the historical time period or something that's a little bit different than what's been done before, that's going to make me want to pick it up for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on the character development as well. Like Heart Sufficient.
Yeah, so good.
So good, yeah.
Yeah,
Take me on a
love
journey
that.
with these characters,
Yes.
and I'm sat. I'm good.
Yes,
Yeah.
same. And I think also just recommendations from people.
Trusted sources.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm like, oh, you recommend it? I don't need to know anything else.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just read it and probably enjoy it just because you did.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are mine
Love it.
for sure. What's one book you wish you could read again for the first time?
Do you know my answer?
A Court of Mist and Fury.
It's Court of Mist and Fury.
I love it.
Yep.
I feel like mine is Harry Potter because I feel like I read those. I don't remember reading those for the first time.
Really?
I really don't.
Oh, that's sad.
And so I really want that experience. I think it would be such a fun experience to read those again as an adult too.
Have
for the
you
first
not?
time.
Oh, for the first
No,
time.
I have for as an
Okay, I was
adult,
like,
but like
I
for the
swear you
first
have.
time as an adult, I think
Gotcha.
that would be fun.
Yeah, I always wonder about that because my first time was as a kid, and it was such an epic experience for me with the like midnight releases and all of that. So I loved that experience. So I'm very curious what it would be like as an adult, if it would be
if it would be just as magical.
if it would hold up. Yeah,
or,
I mean, the
I feel like
rereads
it
hold up
would.
for me,
Yeah.
but I just don't know if the experience of it would be the. I mean, it would be the same, but if it would hold up.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about too.
Yeah.
So that would be mine.
Which author would you love to have dinner with?
What's my answer?
Adrienne Young.
Yes, Adrienne Young.
Honestly, after seeing her, I'm like, she would be a really fun
Right?
person to sit down and have a conversation with.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we went to a book event a couple weeks ago for Adrienne Young. She wrote Sky in the Deep. She wrote Spell of Unbroken Things. Is that what is it? No.
Spells for Forgetting.
Spells for Forgetting.
And then...
What's the other one? The Unmaking of June Farrow.
Yes.
Most recently, Fallen City.
Yes.
So she's always been probably my most favorite author. And so listening to her talk, she's just fascinating in how she thinks about things
I love
and
the
her
way she thinks about
perspective.
things. Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell she's willing to, it seems at least, that she would be willing to hear a different perspective from her own, but you'd be able to have a great conversation.
Yes.
She's not going to be like, nope, this is the way it is, even though she has her strong opinions and beliefs, but she would be willing to have a conversation, I think, and it would be really intriguing and engaging and intelligent.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I would want to go out to dinner with her.
Yeah.
Hopefully just pick her brain on all the stories that she wants to write too.
That intrigues me a lot, knowing that she has so many stories in her mind that are just kind of brewing.
Yes.
It'd be so fun to hear about.
I just need all of her books all at once right now. Immediately.
Waiting is hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's kind of a newer development, but James Islington.
Oh,
I just think his books are so smart, and I love that I cannot even come up with some of the things he comes up with, but then when it happens in the book, it makes so much sense.
Right.
And I just want to pick his brain. I just want to hear more about the way he thinks about real world things and all of that, because I just think he does such a good job with these
he knows
stories.
a lot. Like, he knows a lot about Roman culture, he knows a lot about politics and leadership, and...
Yeah, it would be an engaging conversation.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. So.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one. If you could host a dinner party with 3 fictional characters, who's invited?
I'm so basic. The Inner Circle. I mean, I would do Reese, Cassian, and Az, because that's
it would
3,
be very entertaining.
It would be so entertaining. It would be a good time.
I love that.
Yeah. How about you?
I also chose 3 male characters, but mine are Roman Kit from Divine Rivals, Rowan from Throne of Glass, and Fisk from Sky in the Deep. Let's just put all 3 of my top male book boyfriends in a room and see how they interact.
Like 2 really broody, like, you know, that vibe men, and then sweet baby Roman.
It'll probably honestly be Rowan and Fisk just like fighting or something, and then me and
Roman trying to like calm things down, maybe.
Yeah.
They can be cordial. Well, Fisk can mostly be. I don't know if he can be cordial.
Yeah.
Rowan can be cordial, he has to.
Yeah.
With like little
Fisk
remarks.
is the wild card.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the mood he's in, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's fun.
That would be amazing.
It would be entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got that down for sure.
Yeah. Okay, our last question before we get into our 5 favorite books is, how do we rate our books?
Okay, for me, I feel like I'm feeling a change with this, because as I was looking over my books from this past year, I was like, those don't feel like they hold up. Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them definitely do. I think I rate a little too highly.
We're generous raters.
Yes, and I don't know that will change a ton. Because I do like to think about these authors put their heart and soul into these books, and if I liked it quite well, I'm okay with rating it a little higher, you know, that type of thing. But I do think personal enjoyment plays the heaviest role for me. So there have been books that I was like, wow, this is incredibly well written. It was, you know, had so many interesting themes and made me think a lot, that I might not give this like resounding 5 stars to, because it was just so depressing or something along those lines. But I do feel like that's changing. One of my top favorites, it was a 4-star when I first finished it, and then I could not stop thinking about it. So it bumped up to a 5 and is now one that I think about all the time. It wasn't the most enjoyable read. It was a hard read, but so good. So
do we get to know what that one is right now, or do we wait?
I'll tell you once we get to it. Okay. A little teaser. I'll mention it when we pull it up. But yeah, so I do feel like I want to do a bit better job of like, is this really a 5-star read? Mm-hmm. I do also, like, my romance books are compared to other romance books. I'm giving a 5-star to my favorite Sarah Adams book, but it doesn't hold up to my favorite high fantasy James Islington or whatever. They're not the same, but they're the same. They both get 5 stars, but they're separate categories in my brain. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I think it's going to evolve a lot this year when we talk about that as I figure it out.
Yeah. I think I am similar to you in a lot of ways. I feel like personal enjoyment definitely takes the most weight for rating things. And I also want to make sure that I'm rating something that will hold up over time. I mean, it's hard to predict what you're going to feel about a book after a month of thinking about it or not thinking about it. But I want to look back and still be able to defend my ratings and feel like it's solid. I also feel like if I overthink it too much, that's when I find it really hard to rate books. And so I'm very I imagine someone asking me how I liked the book, and if I respond I loved it, I give it 5. If I respond I liked it, give it 4, and so on down the scale. So yeah. I think too, as we talk in these videos, we're definitely going to hone in on our rating scale.
I think so too.
For sure.
Yeah, and the more we discuss it, sometimes I'll discuss a book with you and I'm like, I don't think I liked this as much as I thought I did, or vice versa. Like, you know what? That was really good. Yes. I also feel like I weirdly have like good 3 stars and bad 3 stars. Like, it wasn't bad enough to be 2. Range. 2 is like, I finished it, but I hated it. Yeah. But then I could also be like, that was really fun and I'll never remember it again. 3 stars, you know? Yeah. Thing, so
3 is a wide range.
It is. Yeah.
And it's really too bad that I hate using half stars.
I've gotten better at half stars this year and it's really helping me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm really mad that Goodreads doesn't do half stars. So I feel like I can't do half stars until Goodreads gets on board.
Yeah. It's a mental block. Everyone wants it forever, and I don't know that we're ever going to get it.
Probably not. Come on. At this point.
I know. Yeah. I know.
Time for our top 5 favorite books. Now, this is a caveat because it was really hard for us to pick 5 favorite books of all time and rank them in order of most favorite.
This will be changing. We'll make more videos. It will be changing often, but today, this is our answer.
This is our answer. Yeah, that's the caveat, is that these will probably change in the future, and this is just what we're currently feeling.
Yeah. I have a good feeling about 2026 reading. I think we're going to get a lot of good new reads. So same. It's going to be very different next year, I think.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's have you go first with what's your number 5 favorite read?
Number 5 was the one I was teasing. Cormac McCarthy's The Road. I read this one and I really recognized the amazing writing here, and the story and the point he was making was just blew me away. But it was so depressing and so hard to read, and so I was like, oh, personal enjoyment was a little low, but I cannot stop thinking about this book, especially as a parent. I really loved that. So it's a post-apocalyptic story, and it's a father and his son just trying to survive, and just living day to day, honestly, hour to hour. And as a parent, experiencing that with this father and thinking about what I would do or how I would feel or any of that, it was heavy, but also fascinating. I also really loved that Cormac McCarthy just told the story. We weren't in the dad's head like, oh, I'm feeling this, or this is whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. You knew from the experience of it, and the writing was incredible. So this
good.
is a 5-star book, and I love it, and I do want to reread it again.
Same.
Experience it again in a different light, I think. So
yeah.
That is my number 5.
I love it. My number 5 is Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I say that this book got me into Bookstagram and reading again because I picked it up a little bit, maybe halfway or the second half of my way through college, and I was studying English, so I was reading a lot of classics, but this was the first one that I picked up from basically just personal enjoyment. And I am a huge Viking lover because I have a lot of that in my DNA ancestry, so I find it a fascinating culture, and this book just really feels so immersed in the culture, but it also has some fantasy magical elements that I love too, but they're not heavy-handed. I feel like it still feels more historical than fantasy, which I love in my Viking books. This is also just your classic YA that has, you know, an enemies to lovers romance that I absolutely loved, and really, I think, a fast-paced plot for me, I found. And there's lots of cool battle scenes. Yeah, I feel like this book, I think if I read it now, it probably wouldn't make my top 5, but just for the nostalgic factor, it's definitely one of my all-time favorite books.
Love it. Okay, my next one is Divine Rivals. Oh, Rebecca Ross is such a beautiful writer.
Yes, so good.
It sounds so dramatic, but like reading this book and some of the lines, I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. Like, it takes my breath away.
Hits you in the soul.
Yes, in the best way. Like, it's engaging. The plot is there. Like, it is a story that it's going. I never felt like it lulled, but it's also taking its time. It's noticing the beautiful things. It's saying these beautiful words in the most stunning way. And then I am a sucker for a letter writing element in a book.
Yes, you are.
If it has letters, I'm gonna read it.
Yes.
I'm gonna read it. And this one is top tier of that category. So yeah, come for the fantasy, exciting story, stay for the beautiful love story letters. It's so good.
It is so good. My number 4 is also Divine Rivals, and I feel like I need more books with World War I or the Great War influence because we have enough World War II things. I need more. And so this one was the perfect, I think, mix of historical influence of the Great War, but also with fantasy elements that bring something new to it. And yes, the romance is so sweet. And I feel like Rebecca Ross's writing is just feels so visceral. Like, I remember scenes so well from this book. Like,
that's a lot.
Just, yeah, I know, because I forget books rather easily. But this one, they're cemented in my head forever. And of course, the writing is beautiful. Yeah, I think this is honestly a perfect book.
I agree. And it's such a good fantasy entry point if you haven't read fantasy.
Yes.
Like, that's a great place to start. You don't feel... You feel rooted in the real world, but then you get all those elements that are just making it more magical.
Yeah, and it's hard to put down, so it will keep you reading.
Yes.
Late into the night.
And it's only a duology, so you're not reading 7 books.
Yeah, not a commitment.
Yeah.
Very much.
All right, well, the next one I have 3 copies of, which I don't tend to do very often because it feels a little excessive. Yeah, hold a... So, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I got this one and read it, and then I was gifted these 2. Savannah gave me that one for my birthday. And so I had to keep them. They're beautiful, and I love this book. And I don't even know the best way to set it up. I love a book with a really interesting idea to it, an interesting premise. This one is absolutely that. You start out with a girl, and she's got a monster in her head, and there are these different, it's almost like a tarot card situation, but it's completely Rachel Gillig's own thing, and each card has different magic involved with it and different rules with that magic, and you just go on this journey with this girl, and throughout the setting is stunning. It is a book that is meant to be read in the fall. It is atmospheric. It is just, if you could put fall into a book, in my mind, it would be this one. So that is my favorite reading anyway, and I read it during that time. It was the perfect experience. And then the romance, of course, because I'm such a sucker. It's just so good. There's not too much of it. I want a lot of this really epic story, but then with the romance sprinkled in, so good. So I have 3 copies of this book.
It seriously is so good. Perfect fall book.
Mm-hmm.
My third favorite is A Heart Sufficient by Nicole Van. This is the 4th book in the Penleafs of Thistle Muir series. And to truly appreciate this book, you do have to read the whole series.
But the whole series is so good.
But it's so good. All the books in the series were 5 stars for both of us. Yes. So this character, Tristan, he is in all of the books as a villain, and this is his redemption story. In this book, we're both just already blushing. And
it's so good.
Oh, this book is so good. So I love like a villain redemption story so much, and I haven't read a lot of them, and I think just this book is the culmination of all of his character development over 4 books. Of course, the Scottish Highland setting is a dream, and I love their relationship. This is Tristan and Isolde. They're just, it feels so mature and so adult and so well thought out and not annoying. Like I find a lot of historical romances or just romance in general. It's just very mature and a beautiful, beautiful story about them overcoming their own things and their own past, but also doing that together. It's just absolutely beautiful. Love it.
So good. Well, I feel like there's not a lot I can say about this one that hasn't already been said. And in case anyone hasn't read it, I won't say much, but this is book 2 in the ACOTAR series. A Court of Thorns and Roses is book 1. And this was my entry point to Bookstagram and reading again as an adult and all of that. And oh my goodness, I fell in love. The main characters in this particular book just swept me off my feet. I can't stop thinking about it. The location in this book is one I want to see so badly. It's not real, but I want it to be. The side characters, the epic story, the love story. It's everything to me.
So good. And the mental health journey.
The mental health journey.
Very cool.
So well done. You know SJM has gone through her fair share of that because it is so true to at least my experience with that. So
I think it's true for a lot of people's experiences.
I think so as well. So
nice.
Always going to be a favorite.
Love it. My second is a classic. My second favorite is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I grew up reading primarily classics. I loved reading classics as a kid, like teen. And so I have to have a classic on here. And this one may be basic, but she is mighty.
She's loved for a reason.
Yes. I just love their relationship and how it's not perfect at all, and there's lots of different layers to people, and I think this book is also really funny, and I don't know, I think there's a lot of different themes that, of course, have stayed true to each time as time has passed hundreds of years later. And so I think that's just really cool and powerful in a book. And I do have multiple copies of this one, but I really like this one from Whimsical Publishing because I love me some character art on the front.
It's beautiful. Love it. All right. My
Favorite book!
Favorite book!
What is it?
The Will of the Many by James Islington. This book, I had a feeling I was going to like it. People were talking about it. You had loved it and said I would like it. And then it just blew me away. I was so surprised by how much I loved this book. It's a chunky book. It's not small, 700-ish something pages, and it never felt slow. There was not a lull in this book, but it also didn't feel like it was just like yanking you by the throat either. It was so well paced. I am obsessed with a smart main character, and this character is so smart.
He's brilliant.
But not pretentious.
No.
He is just the perfect example of the kind of character I want to read about. And I loved that throughout the book, things were being laid for things in the future to happen. And as you go back and reread it, you see that. But I didn't pick up on it. A lot of things as I read it the first time, but it made sense later. It wasn't just things pulled out of left field for the big twists and stuff, but the twists were there and they were so well written, so it just all made sense. Oh, it's so epic. I honestly think that if Divine Rivals is your entry point for fantasy, this is your entry point for high fantasy.
Agreed.
I want everyone to read this book, and a lot of people are. But I want people who don't normally read high fantasy but want to read The Will of the Many. It's so good.
It is so good. It's doing well for a reason, I think.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, it's hitting with many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is Drinker of Ink by Shannon Castleton. I saw people reading this, and so I messaged the author asking for an ARC, and she kindly sent me a physical one, and so I knew nothing about this going into it, and holy smokes was I not prepared for the amount of emotion and character growth, and yeah, just this book is beautiful. So I think first and foremost, the writing is stunning. Shannon Castleton studied poetry for a long time, and so you can see that poetic influence in her prose, and she just has new ways of looking at things and writing about things, and so I was just swept away by the writing. But then I discovered that I love books set in the 90s, and this book is set in the 90s. It's about a girl who is at college, and she's worried about her mom at home who is sick, and so she kind of wants to go home, but her family wants her to stay and kind of go through her degree. And she has this poetry class, and she has an instructor in the poetry class, and he just makes her think about poetry in different ways, and she's also lonely, and so it's just a very beautiful experience about being in college and being independent, and also family relationships. And this is also a cool book that kind of spans across time. I don't know, it's just one of those books that you have to read it and experience it for yourself. And as soon as I finished this book, it was one of those books that made me think, like, this is why I read. This is exactly why I read. I want to cry when I read. I want to feel all the emotions as I read. I want to feel like the writing has made me like look at things in a new way. I don't know. This fulfilled every reading desire I have ever had.
Yeah, and I would say it sounds good when you set it up, but it is infinitely better when you read it. There's just no way to describe how amazing it is.
Yeah, it sounds like a boring book if you read the Dust Jacket.
Kind of my experience when I was like, okay, beautiful writings, poetry, okay, and then I read it and I was like, oh my gosh, do I love poetry?
Yes.
This is so good.
And this is coming from someone who I don't like to read poetry at all.
Me neither. Except this made me think,
this.
actually, maybe I do. Maybe I just need to find the right ones because this was the right one.
So good.
I also feel like if you like Divine Rivals, but you want something more contemporary,
yes,
this is the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like romance, if you like, I don't know, even lit fic, contemporary books, great character development, this is the one for you.
If you want to cry, a tear or two is shed.
Yeah.
It's not
a tear or two, I think I sobbed.
Yeah, okay.
Speak for yourself.
I think it might be another reread for 2026. Are we going to be rereading in 2026? By we, I mean me.
Yeah.
I think it needs to happen.
Honestly, we may.
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time. We had a good break and now I'm kind of ready for some old favorites.
That's good.
Yeah. As well as a bunch of new ones.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
I love it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our intro, a little bit about us and our top favorite books. Don't forget to comment below and tell us what's one of your favorite books. We would love to hear.
Yes, I want to hear and add to my TBR because of course I do.
Yes. We need more book recommendations for the next time we go to Barnes & Noble.
Yes, we do.
Also, you guys can feel free to follow us on GoodReads. We'll have our links down below in the description box. We love having new friends on GoodReads. And until our next bookish adventure, happy reading.
Bye.
Bye.